Hello and welcome to this video review of the Christian Brothers VS Brandy. The Christian Brothers order were established many years ago in France, but they located in out to California, 1882. They started making wine. Became quite popular, and they became one of the big winemaking organizations. And in 1940 they added their brandy line. This was the original. They also make a number of flavored brandies: peach, honey, apple. Although I noticed when I was looking on the brand website, there was no mention of the VSOP, the Grand Reserve VSOP, nor the XO. I was a little worried, nor the Frost. I don't think they make the Frost. I wasn't concerned about that, a white brandy. Sort of like Zima with beer, right? So I said maybe they discontinued these. I wrote to Heaven Hill Distilleries, who bought the Christian Brothers brands from the brothers in 1986. Well, actually I think it was a different company, but you know these companies pass brands around. It's owned by Heaven Hill now. But in '86 the Christian Brothers gave it up after their really old distillery master died. I think it was Brother Theodore, and they just figured, let's sell it off. I was looking somewhere on the Christian Brothers website when I was doing their wines, their sherries, and they were saying something about how they still receive a cut of the profits. That might have been part of the deal where they allow Heaven Hill or whoever to make the brandy and the wines and sherries and ports and all that, and then they get a little small cut of it, and they save, but then they don't have to worry about overhead, all the production issues. So I wrote an email but I looked on the Heaven Hill website and it was still listing those brandies, so I knew there was some problem. So I wrote an email a little while ago to the Christian Brothers website. Within, it seemed like 5 minutes, I got a response. Thank you for inquiring. Actually, she said, we do still produce the XO in the Grand Reserve VSOP. I said, thank you, I was very interested to find that information. So that puts me at ease, because I was going to have to run over there to Matherns and buy the VSOP before it was exhausted and would no longer return, but it's still made. I just don't know why it's not on this website. Okay, they have updated the labels, so if you look at the website, there's a new label. It's like a plastic glued on label instead of this, what I think is a nice paper one, and it's in cursive, the Christian Brothers Brandy VS. It's just a more updated, but they have the same neck design, and I noticed at Walmart there was 2 different neck designs, so it's like they had the old neck design, and then this one, or maybe they just have 2 different ones that they put on. I noticed the bigger bottles were the new label, and then Matherns in these smaller bottles have the new label, or whatever. I bought this label. They said they use, they age it in hand-selected oak barrels. They use premium varietal grapes, and they have a distillation method called pot still, which is how they do cognac in France, and the continuous still methods. They use both. Enjoy a relaxing moment with Christian Brothers Brandy straight. That's how I'm going to have it, neat or straight, over ice or mixed. All right, 750 milliliter bottle. And there's all different types of bottle configurations with this product. Okay, oh, gotta unlock the door, then open the door. Okay, this is not the first video review. I know Keone out there with California beer reviews usually, but Keone did a review of this. He thought it was okay. He said he thought most people probably used it as a mixer, not a straight. He drank it straight. He's like me, he likes to get the real full taste. And a VS is almost always used as a mixer. You want to drink them straight, usually jump up to the VSOP or even the XO. I talked to a local store manager, and he said, I've never seen the XO. and he got on his internet connections and he said, I cannot get it. I've asked numerous stores in many states about the Christian Brothers XO. They've never heard of it. They even say on the Heaven Hill website that it's a rare vintage. So it might only be made occasionally and for certain clients. I don't know. But I would almost guarantee it is not $9.99 for a 750 milliliter bottle. It's probably more like $59.99. Okie dokie. Looks nice. It may be colored. If you look at the U.S. government regulations, I was looking at the alcohol control website. They were saying that they encourage the companies to disclose if they add caramel coloring, but with brandy it is not required. With other spirits it is, but with these it is not. They do have to disclose if they're using grain or other things besides grapes. Okay, so if it just says brandy, it has to be purely grapes. All right. Well, it smells nice. It's full in the nose. There's certainly strong alcohol, 80 proof. Some vanilla, like I said, some oak. Even spiciness somehow. Hey, it's been on the market 76 years. Somebody likes it. I see it everywhere I go. Alcohol legs. Let's check it out. I should have put it in the snifter, but actually on their website they show some rocks glasses for certain ones. It is a helpful website. There's a locator tool, many recipes for each of the brandies. There's a multimedia kit for each of the brandies on the Heaven Hill website, but I couldn't get it to open up. This is similar to the E&J VS, which came out in 1975. Not so similar to the Paul Masson Grand Amber VS, which is from like 1882. It has vanilla, oak, the woodiness, like caramel, tea leaves, spices, almost like menthol when you're inhaling and exhaling. It's strange, a menthol. It's not harsh. It is smooth. I can imagine the Grand Reserve VSOP and the XO must really be something, huh? Well, Heaven Hill is a big company. If you look on their website, it's the biggest family-owned distillery in the United States. Over there in Bardstown, Kentucky. Feels good in the mouth. Goes down smooth. Well, to me, it's a real treat. I wasn't planning to buy it. I still have the Hennessy Black and the Hennessy Privilege to look at, but for $9.99 at Walmart, I thought that's a pretty good deal. Next time I'll turn around and go buy it, it'll be $11.99. You know, so it's not going to go bad. They got people that keep these things for years and years, and nothing doesn't get foul or anything. So I would highly recommend it. $9.99 for this. Take me a month or two to sip it down. I think it's a good deal. Peterson's College Football, 1993. They only made this for 2 years. It's got that European ambulance color. Fire engine color. Yeah. Camaro, 93. That was sort of a failure. Seagram's Extra Dry Gin. We did a video of that. We were very impressed. Very much so. No one had a negative thing to say about it. It says on the tag there, the perfect gin. Well, we found that it was perfect for our needs, or wants. So anyway, 93, interesting year. This is a national magazine, only like I said, 2 years, all the different teams. I think Florida State, wasn't that the team in 93 that won it? I can't remember. And they have all their predictions, of course, with Marshall Falk. We know how wonderful of a player he was. Bad year for LSU and Tulane. Usually it's a bad year for Tulane, but it was a bad year for LSU. All right, we're not going to go through the whole thing, but it's interesting. I love to collect these. I have them going back over 45 years. The Big Eight, yeah. Remember the Big Eight? Back when the numbers matched the actual number of teams, the name matched the number of teams, the Big West. Yeah. The Big West, they used to always have the Big West and the Mid-American Conference playing in the, was it the Las Vegas Silver Bowl, and then they had the California Bowl. Boy, I used to watch that game. Not to mention a whole lot of others. Western Athletic Conference, no longer sponsoring football. All the independents, well, back in those days, 93, you had so many independents. Viceroy, remember when cigarette companies were allowed to have ads, you know, in the days when we lived in a free country? Remember that? Maybe you don't. Southern Comfort, oh boy. I think Southern Comfort's about to make a big comeback from what I've heard. Thank you for watching this video production. Ooh, how sweet it is, as Jackie Gleason used to say.